welcome everyone. Yes, I'm really excited. I've actually been in this industry now since 1979 and have the good fortune of being in the right place at the right time with the right company a couple of times, and have had some amazing, amazing success with this fantastic industry. But I have never been more excited than I am right now with GreenFoot Global. This is going to be just a phenomenon that you're so lucky to have gotten the early call, because after 32 years, I have learned that you need to have 5 key elements as you look at a new company. You have to have a strong, solid company. You have to have a product that's unique and emotional and consumable. You have to have huge trends pushing you in huge markets you're entering. You have to have perfect timing in the economy as well as in the company, and you have to have a compensation plan that rewards people at every level. So what we're going to do over the next 20 minutes or so is we're just going to put GreenFoot Global under that microscope and see how it measures up to those 5 key elements. Let's talk a little bit about the company background. Actually, GreenFoot was an affiliate marketing company since 2009, and with amazing success. This was a one-level affiliate company that had over 4,000 customers with a 100% money-back guarantee, and to date, not a single person returned their product. Now, anybody who's been in business before knows that no matter what you're marketing, you're going to have a 1 or 2% return ratio, and here there was 0. Everything is set up. We have everything in place. We are completely debt-free with a substantial line of credit, plenty of money behind it. We are embracing technology, just now starting our international expansion. And there's over 200 years of corporate and field experience behind the company. I want to introduce you to just part of our dream team. Ralph Flynn is a 42-year veteran of the industry. He's been president and CEO of a number of companies, is now on board with GreenFoot. Jeb McCandless is the former CEO of Yosana. You've probably heard of that $100 million company. Now part of the team, myself and others to be introduced shortly. So as you can see, we've got this really great corporate team. So let's talk a little bit about the product. Everybody's talking about going green, but what if there was a product that you could put into your vehicle, whether it's your car or your truck or your motorcycle or your boat, no matter what it is, that lowered emissions by as much as 75%? What if it could also improve performance and power of the engine? What if it could extend the longevity of your engine, allow you to use lower octane, and do all of this at no cost to the user for free? Folks, this is a game changer. This is the perfect product at the perfect time. I want to introduce you to a product called EnviroTabs. And EnviroTabs is a tablet that you put into the car just before you fill up, and it actually does all of those things. It doesn't matter whether you're using gasoline or ethanol or diesel or biodiesel, because it doesn't work on the fuel. It works on the engine. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Now, let's first of all talk about how it works. This is not a fuel additive. It actually does not alter the fuel in any way. You put it into the tank, you fill up. Most of the time, 99% of the time, it's completely dissolved, 100% before you even are done filling up. Nothing gets past the fuel filter in particulate matter. It actually works in the combustion chamber. What it does in the combustion chamber is it puts this nano-coating catalyst on the what we call the fire deck, and that's the top of the piston, the side of the cylinder walls, and the valve heads. And what that catalyst does, it helps the fuel burn quicker. Well, if more of the fuel is burning in what's called the power stroke, less of it is therefore burning in the exhaust stroke. So you get more power, you get better fuel mileage, you get less emissions. And there is nothing on the market that I have seen that works as well or like this. This is a one-of-a-kind product. Well, when I first started working with this technology, and have been working with it now actually for a number of years, I had basically 2 questions. Is it going to blow up my car? Number 1, is it safe? So let's talk about it. The technology is patented and been used for decades. It's got literally 20-plus million miles of double-blind studies. It's EPA registered. Now, what does that mean? In order to get EPA registration, you need to supply a $250,000 Tier 1 test to receive EPA registration. And when the EPA registers the product, which they have for EnviroTabs, their statement is very simple. And EPA registration means it's no more dangerous for the car or for the environment than the fuel it's in. So it cannot hurt your car. Now, on top of that, in 1978, Congress passed a law called the Magnuson-Moss Act that stated that any product that's EPA registered cannot, by law, invalidate new car warranties. On top of that, we have $1 million policy per occurrence for insurance purposes Never need it, but we've got it. The product, as I said earlier, does nothing to the fuel. It's 100% active ingredients. In fact, not only is it safe for your car, it actually extends the life of your engine. Now, it can reduce emissions by up to 75%, and this is very important. What if we could reduce the emissions of just 10% of the vehicles in the world? Do you, number one, know what we could do as a company, how important that is? And number two, the potential volume that would mean? Here's our chance for everyone listening to do their part to lower their carbon footprint and maybe more importantly, help a whole lot of others do exactly the same. The reason we call it free to use is because it'll save you money at the pump. So we're going to use just a 10% increase, and we've got people who have gotten substantially better results than that. But let's just say that you normally get about 20 miles per gallon, and you get just a 10% increase. Well, now you're up to 22 miles per gallon. Well, 2 miles per gallon more is an extra 40 miles per tank. At $2.50 a gallon, which, by the way, is low for just about anybody in the country and very low for those of you in Canada and Europe, that means you're saving $50 on a $20 purchase. Now, can I ask you a question? Would you buy a $50 bill for $20? Well, of course you would. Could you sell a $50 bill for $20? Of course you could. This product is amazing. You don't ask people to spend money. You ask people to save money. It's at very least free to use, and that's our guarantee to people. If it's not free to use, you'll get your money back. So you can lower your emissions, you can increase your power, you can increase your performance, you can increase the longevity of the engine. What we're going to do is we're going to just hear from some people who are actually using the product.
This is Greg from Chicago. First of all, I was really excited about this product, but I did want to find out if it did actually do what it says it does and reduce our emissions. I had it tested before I put the tabs in, put the wire tabs in. Went back a week later. Our hydrocarbons went from 60, dropped down to 14, which was huge. Very excited that it actually works, and now I know that I'm not only saving money, but I'm also helping clean the air that we breathe.
My name is Lenny from Delaware. The wire tab is clean. And I could tell as soon as I put it in my truck, it's helping the environment, it's helping people. I have had no complaints at all, none.
This is Christopher in Colorado. I've seen an 18% increase in my miles per gallon.
My name is George from Michigan. I've seen results right away in my car. I drive a 2009 Scion XB. After I put the EnviroTabs in, I got an increase of 4 miles per gallon more by using EnviroTabs.
I'm pretty heavy on the pedal, and I'm getting about a 12 to 14% increase in mileage. My daughter, who drove the car when on dry pavement, was like spinning rubber, and she's like, whoa, I can't believe the extra power your vehicle has. Those EnviroTabs are really working.
I've got a 97 Q45 Infinity. One thing I know is for sure, my car's got a lot more pep.
It's Harvey calling from Idaho. Immediately, I noticed a great difference in performance, even though I used regular instead of the premium. So I'm really, really, really happy with the savings between the different grades of gas plus the performance that EnviroTabs are giving me. I'm a mailman, and I had somebody on my route that bought a pack, and she had used the product and stopped me right on the route and said, I really want to thank you for selling me this product. She says, my Aerostar was not running very good, and I thought I'd really have to go get a tune-up. But she said it's just smarting right up and just running perfectly now, and she just can't be happier.
I'm in the auto glass business, and I got one of my Chevy dealers to sell it through their parts department, which is really exciting.
Yeah, this is a very exciting one for me because I put a guy in that wouldn't even join for free. He just flat out told me he didn't believe in this. And I said, well, look, Dave, I'm going to send you a month's supply of the product on the condition that you give it a thorough test. Will you do that for me? He says, yes. And he actually got 4.5 miles per gallon better than he did on highway driving with the same vehicle, and he was just ecstatic. He bought the $199 package, and he's in it for good. When that happens, when you put somebody in, you give them the product, and they're reluctant to take it, and you get a testimony like that, I couldn't believe it,